He's first in barrel percentage. So he's literally getting the ball to the barrel more than any other player in the league. More than Mike Trout, basically. First in hard hit percentage.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Daniel here with Chris today.
Hey.
Flip the intro around. And, I mean, Chris, season's on a roll. Jays have been moving. And one player on the Jays who has been tearing it up in the month of April is Matt Chapman.
I love Matt Chapman, Daniel. He's so good.
Like
one of my favorite players. Even when he was with Oakland, I'm like, God, this guy would be sick as a Blue Jay. And then he is.
He looks like a ball player. Like, if I had to design a stereotypical ball player, I would just give them Matt Chapman.
Yeah, like absolutely shredded. Not the tallest guy in the world, but he's got so much power. Godlike defense, and now he's hitting
defense. Pre-trunk like legs, like God.
And Chapman still above average sprint speed. Like I love Matt Chapman.
Yeah. But we're gonna talk about Matt Chapman's crazy season this year and how he possibly could be in sneaky MVP voting for all you hitters that out there.
Yes.
And before we get into that, Chris, everyone. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down below. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers as well. Be on the lookout for something special starting Wednesdays in May.
You guys are going to love that.
Me and Chris have some projects where we're going to work on here. You guys are all going to love to see it. But Chris, Matt Chapman, I know you looked up a bunch of his stats. I'll let you take it away. You were reading them out earlier to me, and I said stop. Let's wait till the actual video comes out. But go ahead, read out Chapman's stats.
So let's go with the basic stats. Matt Chapman currently hitting 360, though it was above 400 for a long time this year. He's got a 435 on base percentage and a 680 slugging, which puts his OPS at 1.15, which is, MVP level OPS. He's got 5 dingers, 17 RBIs, actually stole a base, which is pretty solid, but he's looking good. And you know what's looking even better? On Baseball Savant, his percentile rankings. He's first in expected weighted on base average. I think that's what WOBA stands for. He's first in barrel percentage. So he's literally getting the ball to the barrel more than any other player in the league. More than Mike Trout, basically. First in hard hit percentage. First in expected slugging. And those are all his first. Like, those are really good. He's 99th percentile, which I probably like second or third in the entire league, of average exit velocity. 96th percentile in expected batting average. So technically he's been quite unlucky this year, only hitting 360. And he's crazy. And he's in the 93rd percentile of max exit velocity. So that's Vladdy's usually high up in the list because it's like if you hit one ball like 120 miles an hour, that'll put you like first. He's also 86th in chase rate, which is like 86th percentile in chase rate, which is really good for Matt Chapman because in the past, he's been a guy who chases like an off-speed pitch here or there. So if he can like cut down on those, he'll be absolutely phenomenal.
And you forgot to mention while playing like I'm not gonna say average, above average to Gold Glove level defense at third base. Like that is you can't forget that in the MVP voting. Like, I'm sorry if a guy has Gold Glove defense and hitting 360 or whatever we just said, like. He's got to be right up there for early nominations for MVP.
Oh, definitely. And honestly, his like stats for defensively this year haven't been that good. Somehow he's got a -2 defensive WAR. I don't know how that's even possible.
2 errors that costed 2 runs. That's why.
That makes sense. I was gonna say, I'm like, how's that even possible? Because this guy's gross.
There's 2 errors that costed like the Jays 2 games. Which whatever, it happens. That's what I mean. I will take Matt Chapman's defense. If I had to bet on something to be consistent, it's Matt Chapman's defense over an entire season, right? So I'm not worried about it. It's still early, small sample size. But we were talking about his hitting, Chris. And you mentioned his chase rate being, I guess, down, but also up in rankings, if that makes any sense what I just said.
Yeah, that's like one of his lower ones. The 86% better than everybody. Like, it's crazy.
And we know the one pitch that pitchers have been throwing to Chapman year after year, and he's always chased it, and this year he's kind of laying it off, is that slider low and away on like 0-2.
Right.
And yeah, sorry, I thought you were going to say something about it, but I was going to say,
no.
Just look at it. Like, his average is way up. He's laying off those pitches. I mean, now he's going to get fastballs to hit, and Chapman's raking fastballs like crazy. So,
want me to tell you his numbers against fastballs this year?
Yeah, let's hear it. You know what? You're the stats guy of this video. Go ahead.
Yeah. So against fastballs this year, he's hitting 341 with a 344 expected on base. Against breaking balls this year, he's hitting 273. Against off speed this year, apparently he's only seen 32 of them. He's hitting 583, which is unbelievable. 583. So I don't know what pitches that considers as off speed, but that's good numbers because
I'm
like
assuming it's like a changeup.
that's what I would think because breaking ball is more
Yeah,
like a little curveball or whatever. So
curveball slider, I would assume, and I'm assuming a changeup's like your off speed.
yeah, and then comparing that to last year, his fastball
Go
he was
ahead.
hitting 283 last year. This year he's hitting 341. Against breaking balls last year he's hitting 199. This year he's hitting 273. And against off speed last year he hit 259, and this year he's hitting 583. So basically
And
he's doubling everything.
you can make the argument too that he's in a weaker power lineup than he was last year, which is surprising. Because
Yeah,
let's be
and now
real,
he's hitting four stick as well.
Teoscar is a huge loss in terms of power offensively, right? That guy
Right.
rakes. He was Silver Slugger for multiple years, and Lourdes was a very consistent guy in terms of he's going to hit somewhat 300. He just might go really, really hot one week and then really, really cold the next, right?
Yeah, he's like the most
So
consistently inconsistent player. It's crazy.
exactly, and those were the two guys that kind of surrounded Chapman last year in some way or another. And
Yeah.
now you bring in Dalton Varsho, who I mean, Varsho's having a good season. And
Recently
he's having
he's fell off a little bit, but
a little bit, but he's still having a good season.
yeah.
And Kevin Kiermaier's having a good season too. And Brandon Belt is Brandon Belt.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's what I mean.
Not a
Like
fan.
you just don't you wouldn't think last year Chapman would have had these stats, and this year you would have seen the drop off. But so far he's tearing it up.
Yeah, he is tearing it up, and he's really, really helping our lineup right now. Like, yeah, Bo and Vlad are doing fantastic so far, and George Springer arguably been one of the most unlucky hitters in the league so far, but Matt Chapman's been amazing, and they finally moved him up to the 4 spot, because they had Varsho there for a while, because I know Varsho's a lefty and, whatever. But if Matt Chapman's hitting, like, 400 with, like, an expected, like, OPS of, like, 1,200, how is he not in the 4 spot? Now he is, so thank God.
I was about to say to you, that was my follow up question. Do you think he should be in the 4 spot? Because I mean, you just kind of go. I mean, yeah, look at 1,000 OPS, yes, but I also think versus lefties versus righties, I do like him in the 5 spot. I really do. I like Varsho in the 4 for that righty matchup. If that makes any
Yeah,
sense.
no, for sure. But he's also got the most RBIs on the team, and the guy you want in the 4 spot is a guy who's driving in runs. And I want my Chapman there. He's got 5 more RBIs than Bo, who's second on the team, and he's got 6 more than Vlad, who's that's our 2 and 3 hitters. So when those guys get on base, Matt Chapman will hit them home. Just leave it there.
If Chapman said to me, if I was John Schneider and Chapman came up to me and said, "Hey, like, I'm way more comfortable in the 5 spot," I feel like I wouldn't move him. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
As much as the you want to have the basic, let's say, principle of a 4 hitter as Chapman is, if he feels way comfortable in the 5 spot, like comfort for players, it will transition onto the field
For sure. And
right.
that actually goes to show today the Jays are playing the Yankees at 1:35. It's Gosman versus some other guy who I never even heard of. But Varsho's hitting 4 stick today, and Chapman's hitting 5 stick. So we'll see about that.
Oh, I mean, it is all very early in the season still, right? We as long as he doesn't have a massive drop off, we'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say to you, Chris, the future for Matt Chapman with the Jays, and
Future.
you made a very, very good comparison to Chapman in terms of another player who was a Jay and then was free agent and then got a bag, and MVP type season, got a bag and left.
Your favorite player, Daniel, Marcus Semien.
No.
Who did I say? Did I not say Marcus Semien?
You said Marcus Semien, but he's not my favorite player. That's
okay. No. I was like, I swear it was Marcus Semien. Yeah.
No, I was saying no because if you guys know, I do not like Semien. But I just want to know, what do you think the future of Chapman holds?
So you remember in the offseason, we made a video saying, should the Jays extend Matt Chapman? We made a video.
If you guys have not seen that, good advertisement out. It'll be up there in one of the corners right now. I don't know which one it'll be in, but
I don't want to say that we wish this into existence, but he's having the season that we were talking about in that video, if not even better than what we were talking about. So if we extended him before the season and have Matt Chapman now, I would have been like blown away because it's the best contract ever. But now he's looking like he can get a big boy contract, like a 7-year, $150 million contract or something like that. Matt Chapman's going to get paid this offseason if he continues this up. And I sadly don't think he's going to stay with the Jays.
I think the only way he stays is they have to cough up more money. Like, it's that simple.
Oh, easily. Yeah. No, really.
I'm just looking. I just wanted to look really quick. What is Semien making?
He's making like 175 million for like 6 years or something like
Is
that.
he 175?
It's a
He is
lot of money.
making yeah, 175 for 7.
Okay.
And
So,
I mean, if that's like if we're talking about Chapman having an MVP type season, Semyon kind of had it like a really, really good season that year.
mhm,
Um, I think before the season, if we said we extended Chapman, we could have got him in like the 125 to 150 million range around
yeah,
there.
right.
But I think we're almost looking towards 200 now for Chapman because you got to remember
It's a
Chapman
lot of
is
money.
elite at defense.
Yeah, and also don't forget, right now already, Chapman's on a 2-year, $50 million deal. Oh, sorry, 2-year, $25 million deal. So he's getting 12.5 a year, and that's a steal for what he's performing at right now. So
He's gonna
what?
want to get paid.
Yeah,
I hope
he,
the Jays can keep him. I really do. It would have been nice if they did the extension earlier.
I'm
Uh,
telling you, man, I was
uh,
I was trying to wish it into existence.
we had the feeling, eh, Chris? We just had the feeling.
We did have the
Uh,
feeling.
If he doesn't stay with Toronto, Chris, just give me a bold prediction of where you think he's gonna go. Obviously, we both want him on the Jays, but if you had to take a quick prediction, just
Where
right now, where would you think he'd go?
where is he from?
You always are like this. I think he's from California.
Is he Matt Chapman? Yeah, he's from California. What? Oh, it's quite obvious. Dodgers. They need a third baseman.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I was gonna say like uh I don't know, I thought he was gonna go some random team, but yeah, Dodgers is probably a shout.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the Fangraphs value right now. Throughout
Yeah, what
all
does
of
Fangraph
last
have him
year,
as?
Chapman was apparently valued at $33 million.
Wow.
This year already, through 4 weeks of the season, he's 10.3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toronto, you need to sign him now. Now,
Because
like
his money's gonna skyrocket, and I mean, what are we like not even a no, we're not even near a quarter. We're like a tenth through the
like
season right now.
1/8 of the season so
So
far.
multiply that by 10. Obviously, he's not gonna be worth $80 million,
Let's say
but
50. Let's say 50.
50 million? That's like yeah, that's quite a lot.
If he continues this up. I mean, let me know what you guys think on this. We're gonna wrap it up here, Chris, because honestly, I could talk about Chapman all day, but let's be real. He's tearing it up. He's in the 4 or 5 spot like he should be. He's playing like average to above average defense now when we know he's capability of elite. Um, I'm excited to keep him up. I want to see him in the MVP conversation by the end of the year.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, do you have anything else to add to the video or?
Absolutely nothing. Please re-sign him, Jace. I know you can't. It's very hard to do it
Yes.
right now, but like, please, I would do anything.
Yes.
I love Matt Chapman.
Let
I'll
us
get
know
it.
down below if you guys want Chapman to resign.
Mhm.
And if you don't, let us know why not. I'd be very interested to read about it.
Right.
And with that being said, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and Chris, go
See
Jays
you next
go.
time. Yes.